Welcome back. I'm Adrienne.
I'm Neek, and this is Thee Muses Unsuppressed.
A maybe small O. Huge shout out to the Muse Mafia who subscribes to our YouTube.
Yeah.
And audio listeners on Spotify and all potty platforms.
Yes, all the streams, the downloads. We appreciate you all so much. We are having our Black Friday sale right now on our website, 20% off the entire website, madamuse.la. I have on the F You Pay Me hoodie. I don't know if y'all can see it. But we sold out 3 times already and we restocked. So make sure you guys grab your merch while you can before it sells out again.
Yeah, shout out to all of our art and merch collectors. Let's jump right into the hot topics for this week. Kiki Palmer, our good sis.
Kiki Palmer.
America's black sweetheart.
That surprised me. That whole scenario shocked me.
It did?
And I say that though, I mean...
Well, for those that don't know what happened, so describe to everybody that doesn't know exactly what happened between Kiki Palmer.
Yes, Kiki Palmer has filed a restraining order against her baby daddy. It's been a lot of stuff that's been coming out about what's been going on. Allegedly, he has been abusing her for some time now. There has been screenshots of video camera footage. There has been there have been situations where he done took the baby. I mean, it's just so many things that's come out about this whole situation. And I say that it's shocking because during all of this that she was going through, she was still on social media, still showing up in certain places with a smile on her face. I mean, you would never have thought that anything like this was going on behind closed doors, but she let it out.
My opinion on the whole situation about Kiki Palmer is, first, congratulations on your new baby. I'm trying not to cuss. Oh my God, I'm trying, and it's so hard. But you know, I got a really soft spot for baby mamas.
Yeah.
And little dick bullshit ass baby daddies. I'm sorry, I had to let it out. I can't stand anything about him, and none of it was shocking to me because when you have enough hair on your nuts to go on Twitter and publicly shame your baby's mother, no ring or nothing, not even if that was the case, that don't matter. You went on Twitter on a public platform to publicly shame your baby's mother who just had a baby, hormones crazy, body snapback, trying to look good for herself, did not choose to keep that issue and your insecurity to yourself in a private conversation in the 4 walls of your room. You had to let the entire world know that she was a BS baby mama because of the outfit that she wore. I knew then he was a little dick bullshit ass nigga.
Yeah, that I remember when that came out. I was just like, the nerve of him to try to tell her what she can and can't wear. Like, she is embracing all the curves, and might I add, the curves are curving on Kiki Palmer. Baby is looking good. And literally, that's his insecurity. And
yeah, well, he should have kept his insecurity. Sometimes insecurity, you can't keep it in. Sometimes most insecure people don't even realize they lack self-awareness.
Yeah.
You don't know that you are so obvious to people who can see straight through you that is literally narcissistic, toxic behavior. And I knew then baby girl was having some issues. And I'm so proud of people that speak out.
yeah.
I'm so proud of people that don't allow their abusers to gaslight them with the threat of, oh my God, if everyone knows the truth, then they'll think this of you, or they'll treat you this way, or you'll lose this or that. I commend every person who has been a victim of abuse who can go and get the help that they need, not just for her and her mental health, but also for that beautiful baby boy that she has.
Yeah.
And it just shows her strength to me. It shows her strength because she said enough is enough. When I seen those stills of that video camera footage that she actually did not upload to social media, so all the victim blamers that are in the comments need to go to hell. She actually submitted the ring footage of him coming onto her property unannounced and violently attacking her which is what she provided to the courts. And they, or somehow, because it's public record, it became, the still shots that we all saw. And I'm happy for this girl. I listened to her podcast and have listened to her podcast. She's very strong. For y'all don't know, Kiki Palmer, baby's daddy, is the brother of, I forgot how to pronounce his name.
I know his name is, I don't know how to pronounce his real name.
He's an actor on Insecure.
Yes, he played Dre on Insecure.
Yeah, we see him often around Hollywood and in the events. Anyway, I don't like him either. I don't like how you responded. I don't like how you posted what you did. You should have stayed the hell out of it. And her mother, Kiki Palmer's mom, came online and made a video. And basically she was saying how allegedly a year ago she had went to the brother's house, I'm assuming to tell her to get his brother. I don't know how she ended up.
Right. It was something like that where she was like, I told you, this was her, Kiki Palmer's mom talking to Dre. She was like, I came to you about a year ago and told you that your brother was abusive then, but you didn't do anything about it. And all you said was, oh yeah, I used to be that way too. As if to say, what?
Exactly. But I also have a few daughters in their 20s. As a mother, and I don't know all the situations, but as a mom, the first time I know that my child is getting abused,
exactly,
I'm in prison.
I'm on the same page. That was mind-baffling to me. I was like, wait a minute, a year ago, so
I just know me. I just know me. And this was outside of my daughter's wishes. That your wishes ain't got nothing to do with me. If somebody is putting their hands on you and I know about it,
right,
they're putting their hands on me now. And Janika.
Absolutely. They're going to have to see me in the streets, baby.
And her big sister.
Okay.
Or her little sister, whichever one you tried and lost your mind with. So anyways, I'm just very grateful that baby girl is, speaking up for herself and making sure that her and her son is safe. You don't mess with the kids.
You definitely don't.
You don't mess with the kids. And you don't weaponize your sperm against women either. I'm so sick of these toxic men doing that. Woosah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm proud of Kiki for actually standing up, because I'm sure it took even more guts for her to do that publicly as a famous person too. Like you said, a lot of people don't want the shame or the blame to be on them, so people won't think that, oh, they're gonna think this way about me. And it's like, she said, no, forget all that. Enough is enough. This is what's been going on. I'm going ahead and putting this thing in motion because I need to protect my baby. And
I don't care.
Yeah,
I love it when you get fed up enough. Hopefully, if you're one of the lucky ones and you're fed up enough, you'll reach out and you're able to get support. Go get help. Fuck that nigga.
Yes. And if you need a village or a team of people, reach out to them and say, hey girl, if you need help, lean on your people. Breakups can be hard, and because a lot of times it's a lot of things that go into actually saying, I've had enough of this person that I'm dealing with in this whole situation. Like, especially when there's children involved. I mean, people second guess a lot of stuff as to why they choose not to leave, but sometimes you just have to find your willpower and just say, I can't do this no more, and just leave.
Especially if it's no longer serving you, or if it's, of course, violent or abusive in any way. But like you said, do what's best for you. You have to eventually, and I know it's not always easy. So
it's definitely not, but I mean, you'll find the strength. Have you ever been cheated on, or what was your worst? Sorry, not cheated on. Sorry. What was your worst breakup? Do you remember?
Yeah, girl.
Who broke my baby heart?
My first serious girlfriend.
It's always the first one.
Yeah, and it was for no reason too. We dated for 2 years. She met my homophobic preacher parents.
Now that's a lot on that.
Very much. And I met her family. We did a lot of traveling. She met the girls, developed a good relationship with the girls. And then one day, it was a Saturday morning. I will never forget it.
You remember the day?
Because we both worked.
Okay.
And it was a day off, and we had planned we would go to this breakfast spot every Saturday. Or Sunday, just the weekend, bitch. So basically, we went to Cracker Barrel. That should have been the first time because she loved it too much. And something happened with the waitress, some very small, minor thing, and she caught this major attitude. Broke up with me on the way home in the car. Literally, it was just like a situation where it was like I didn't like my food and I wanted her to redo it.
Yeah.
Sensory issues. And she was just like, why'd you make her bring your food back? It was something so small. And I was like, because I didn't like it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And she was like, and had this major attitude about. Basically, it seemed in hindsight that she was picking a fight to find a reason to break up with me, because it was we were perfect in my mind, in my eyes. We were great. We were always talking about like our future together and the girls and all that shit. I thought she was the one.
No explanation?
None. I need time. It's not you, it's me. I need to figure my shit out.
You should have did that before you got with me. Wasting my damn time.
Literally wasting 2 years of my life.
That sucks.
It was so bad. I'm an Aquarius. So for me to show emotion, you had to really get there.
Yeah.
You had to really bring it out of me. I love this girl so much. Like, I just didn't think that a love could exist more at the time. And sure enough, baby girl said, enough is enough. I've had enough of this. I need to go to church.
Go to church?
Go to church.
What that mean?
I mean, she had gay aunts. Nobody in her family was saved or Christian. It was just, it came left field. It wasn't like, hell, she would go to my church sometime when I went to my mama church.
Yeah.
It was just so left field. It was just like, I need to figure some stuff out. And long story short, I maybe spent about 3 to 4 months crying every single night. Crying myself to sleep, just wondering what went wrong, blaming myself, what I could have did better. I'm never going to find anyone like her. And I was heartbroken. It was just really tough, really hard. One of my biggest depressive states.
Dang, I'm sorry that happened to you, my love.
I'm not.
I mean, obviously not right now. I'm not sorry. I mean, you wouldn't have met me.
I'm not sorry at all. Like, it was so bad. I can remember my best friend at the time having to come over and get in the bed with me and hold me at night because I was so broke. And I had to work all day and be a mother, so I couldn't quite process the emotions until late at night. And I can remember not being able to sleep. For 2 years, I had her next to me holding me, and it was such a dramatic, unexpected change and loss and grief. My brain couldn't find coping mechanisms to get through it. And so thankfully, I had a good friend at the time who was there for me, but
I know, because I don't think I could have got out of my bed at night and held my friends. I don't think I liked my friends like that back then. Did you ever talk to her again after that? Like, after you broke up with her, then you met somebody else?
Yeah, eventually, like in passing. You know what happens when you stay in a small town, in a small little community. Well, Jacksonville isn't a small town, but like the community at the time, the queer community at the time was so small. But like, we ran back into each other. I started throwing gay events at straight clubs. And I was the first to do it in Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to me. Anywho, I started to throw these events at this straight club, and I would always, see her at these events. And then one day she just decided to say hi to me. And so we kind of chatted a little bit, and she just, she let me know that she's doing good and blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, she's happily married to a guy, and she gave her life to God. And I'm happy that worked out for her.
So that must have been the battle she was battling in the beginning.
Well, yeah. I mean, my God had to move her out the fucking way.
Absolutely.
So you could come into my life.
I mean, move, get out of the way. Hey, move them immediately.
Please, because you never made me cry. And you made me thrive. You know what I'm saying? So you came into my life and you showed me what true love is, baby. So sometimes the heartbreaks got to happen. And looking back in hindsight, I felt like I could never get over it. She was the one that got away, and what was wrong with me. And years later, and actually even a few relationships later, it wasn't until I met the right one, and the right one for me.
I know.
So
it's an Aquarius, baby.
Period. You know what it is? Not only that, though, I had to get out of my own way and figure out my own shit and why I was attracting people like that into my life.
You better say that again.
Yeah, because a lot of the reasons why I was attracting not just her, but a lot of people in my early dating life, was because I had a lot of unhealed holes and voids inside of my subconscious that I was trying to fill through other people. Subconsciously, meaning I wasn't saying, oh my God, I didn't have a good relationship with my mother, so you're gonna be the one to fulfill all my needs and childhood traumas. No, right. You go into it like, oh, she really listens to me and I love the mystery of her. Let me continuously like try to love her through all her BS, kind of like what the little girl in me used to do to my parents.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, well, let me just be really, really good and they'll accept me and love me and stay and do, that's BS. I had to heal that.
Yeah. You gotta heal your stuff before you even, like I said, everything that you don't heal or don't deal with in your previous relationships or situations, you will carry that into your next relationship.
Absolutely. No matter how much you think you're not.
Yeah.
I promise you, you definitely are. So shout out to my ex and all of my exes who made way for
the queen.
What was your hardest breakup? What whore messed this up?
That's an interesting question. Hardest breakup. If I had to pinpoint a breakup, I would have to say it was when I first was cheated on in the relationship with one of my exes. And the way obviously my intuition had been telling me,
of course,
that she was doing some things she didn't have no business doing. And also her friends were telling me the same thing as well. We went out with our friends and the girl that I assumed that she was cheating on me with was there. And it was me. And then it was my girlfriend next to me. And then it was the girl that I thought she was cheating on me with standing next to her.
How she looked?
It doesn't matter. She don't look like me. So her loss. Anyways,
who would cheat on you? How dumb.
Maybe I was a piece of shit then. Who knows?
No, don't you ever do that to yourself. Don't you ever say that about yourself.
Okay, you're right. I wasn't. But it was like I had a water bottle and I was drinking the water and then I gave it to my girlfriend so she could drink it. And then she drank the water bottle and then passed it to the girl. And the girl put her lips on the water bottle and then gave it back to my girlfriend. And she lifted her hand to put that water bottle up to her lips. I smacked that water bottle out of her hand so fast. Water got everybody. I did not care.
Are you serious?
And that's the same thing I said, are you fucking kidding me right now? That was all the proof that I need. I was ready to go. Damn. We got back to the hotel and I just remember being on the floor in the bathroom crying so hard because I was like, oh my gosh, like it's true. It's true. Like, here I am sacrificing and giving up so much for this relationship. And you got the nerve to do that. Not only cheat on me, but in public. So if you bold enough to do that to me in public, ain't no telling what you doing behind closed doors with this girl. Child, I was just sitting there just heartbroken and just crying and literally having to talk myself into figuring out what it was that I was going to do. And of course, you know what I'm saying, we broke up and then, then they do things, you have a short window of time before your heart is no longer sensitive to the situation, but my heart was still in it. And she crept her way back in. Like I said, that was the first. Yes, like I said, that was the first heartbreak. I had a lot of heartbreak in the relationship. Yeah, I know. I was real young.
Yeah, you're still in high school.
Yeah, and still, honestly, probably didn't even really know my worth at the same time.
I doubt you can know your worth in high school.
I mean, I guess you're right.
Did you have any adult heartbreaks? Or were you the one that was doing the leaving?
The only adult, I won't even say it's a heartbreak. It was kind of like a slap in the face. One of these, she wasn't even my girlfriend. It was just like a rekindled situation that just never ended, and then we found each other again and was like, oh shoot, let's just see, now that we're adults, let's make this happen. And we was fooling around. I did not have a girlfriend at the time. We was just fooling around, and then after maybe about a month or two, out of nowhere, she was just like, You know, I'm done with this. You know, I tried. It's cool. I can't do it no more. And, you know, I wasn't too hard up about it because I kind of started to feel the change right before then. And I was like, oh, okay. But come to find out, after I left her house and came back, because her mom loved me and she had a plate for me. You know, I like to eat food, and it was like around the holidays. So I definitely went around there and get me a plate. And I walked in the house and it was a new chick sitting on the couch. Mean bugging the fuck out of me. I was like, ooh.
Oh my God.
I was like, well, you know me. I'm like, hey, how are you? You should look at me like,
see, that's
girl.
the problem. I can see right now. That's your second example of a bitch trying you with another bitch in your face. You was too passive.
I was. I mean, I was just like, you know, hey, how are you? She looked at me like, girl, say something else to me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to eat you alive.
Oh, see, and the side hoe was trying you. See, that's too much.
She definitely was, but I mean, kind of find out when I actually left the house that she was already pursuing the girl that was sitting on the couch. So that's why she was done with me. She done had her feels and was like, okay, on to the next one. But I mean, you know who it was. But
well, sucks for her, great for me.
Absolutely great for you, honey. I hit the jackpot.
I know, man. Breakups are tough though, especially like when they come back to back, or you just think, oh, this is the relationship that's gonna be it. This is the one that's gonna work.
Absolutely. Or when you think you done learned the lessons, or like next relationship, I'm gonna be a better person, and it's just like, oh my God, I still gotta learn what else. Like, oh my gosh, when is the right one gonna come save me?
I know.
So I don't have to go through this anymore.
And then the thing is, I feel like everybody except us. Put that in our universe, not everybody, but so many breakups are happening. So many divorces.
So many.
Out of everywhere. Like, we just knew staples in the Black community couples. Like,
yeah.
What are the couples that you just thought would always be together that didn't make it, that just recently broke up?
Well, I won't say I thought they would be together forever, but Tiana and Iman.
See, I didn't even think about that.
I don't know their situation,
That's
but I mean,
crazy.
clearly they're going separate ways. Dang, who else? You know, well, not Jeezy and
Will and Jada. I thought Will and Jada would be together forever.
That was like, dang. She was like, no, we've been separated since this. It was like, hold up.
What?
And then I see something on YouTube the other day about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
Allegedly.
I know. It's just all these speculations, you know?
At this point, all I can do is focus on my home. I don't, girl. Whew.
But you know, breakups aren't just relationship based. Sometimes I feel like people go through breakups with friendships.
Oh, absolutely.
Shoot, we done been through a few friendship breakups.
Absolutely. Girl, Ooh, girl.
And the funny thing about the universe, how it always comes around, as soon as you get rid of that person that you feel like as a friend no longer supports you or is no longer rooting for you and is really that snake in the grass, all of a sudden all your blessings and all of these amazing accomplishments and deals and all of these great things just start happening in your life as soon as that person gets out of your life. We have experienced that every single time we stop being friends with someone.
You know, that's true. And I will say this. I'm going to be very careful using the term no longer friends with them, because my friends are still my friends.
Yeah.
Those people that I needed to break off with were associates that I was still getting to know to see if they even rated the friendship level.
Yeah. And
a lot of times the shit just be unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I know first of all, I'm a very low maintenance person. Yeah. I'm very self-focused on my creativity and my family and what I got going on. So when I become friends with somebody, it's like we may not talk for 2 weeks, 3 months. That don't mean we any less close than the last time we embraced each other and told each other that we love each other.
I love that. I'm a friend like that too. I don't have to talk to you every day or every week for you to still know that we still have that same connection.
Absolutely. However, when I begin to take pattern recognition and say, damn, I might have had a tough month this month, or a tough month 2 months in a row, mentally or emotionally. And I realized, well, damn, I ain't talked to this person in a minute. Oh, because I ain't called them. Wait a minute. When did the fuck do they ever call me? How many times did they call me?
Right. When the last time?
When they did call me, what the fuck did they want? Was they calling to check on me, or did they need advice from me? Or did they need my opinion? Or did they need a favor from me?
Yep.
Or did they and when I started to take inventory of the people that I had in my life, of who actually was balanced, where I wasn't the one doing all the pouring and inspiration and fucking advice and all the things.
Yeah, they was pouring in your cup too.
Right. And it just kept getting slimmer and slimmer. The list kept getting shorter and shorter. And so a lot of people may think there's beef or past beef, and that's not necessarily the case. It's just unbalanced. There's no beef. It was just unbalanced. Now, there were beefs, and there are still a few people that got to see me.
Who you telling? I mean, don't say it, but I know who.
I mean, people that have come against my children, people that have come against my family. If I see you in the street, I don't think there's enough paid therapy that has healed that part of me yet. So it's just best that the universe keep them at bay continuously. But other than that, fuck everybody who does not have your highest good at heart or your best intentions in mind, because people will pull and drain and think you dumb and don't see it. They think you're slow and can't comprehend it. And the worst is when you try to be communicating. The worst is when you try to be a friend that communicates, and instead of ghosting them or harboring, passive aggressive feelings towards something that they don't even know that they may have done to you, I will come to that person and try to talk one-on-one, communicate. I'm big on communication.
Yeah, you are.
And if you reject that communication, which has happened, I don't want to talk. I'm not in a space to talk right now. But you can still drink and party it up.
Absolutely.
And go out and go out of town and have long, lengthy conversations. You just are, okay, noted. Or I'll bring it up and try to communicate. This is kind of how I feel with our relationship. You not really checking on me. You're not really being a good friend like I am to you. When I call you or whatever, it's always me calling to check on you. You are on my mind. I just wanted to give you a call. I just wanted to check in. You brushed past my mind. Everything all right? Never, not once have you done that to me. And I'm saying, like, it's not your responsibility. And I think a lot of people say, oh, well, you have somebody, you're in a relationship, or you have kids, and I'm sure you have people to check on you. Then you're not my friend. This is not the space for you. You're an associate, or you're someone to party with, or you have a laugh with, or have a good time. But now I know the boundaries and the limits of what our relationship is, and you can get the fuck on.
That is so true. And it's like you said, they always assume because you have a wife and children that, oh, Adrienne's okay. This is like, if all the things that happened in the past, or with all these, people just, thinking like you see people and you think, oh, they're strong, and oh, I would have never thought, like, check on your strong friends. Like, it doesn't matter who you think might have a village or a team of people behind them. Like, check on people. Right. Just because I'm your wife doesn't mean that you still don't have friends. And it's like you said, like, there's no beef, but if I see you in the streets, I'm like, I don't know you, especially like you said, when we have come to you and communicated like, oh, this is the issue, or we need to talk, or we done discussed it, yet you still keep doing the same thing that I told you and you are aware of that you're continuously doing. And because you still want to be that way, deuces. Yeah. And thank you for being out of my life, because it was draining and boring.
Yes, absolutely. So most of the time it ain't beef, it's just boredom. And I'm going to be honest, because if you're not pouring into my cup, I'm bored of you.
Yeah.
I'm tolerating you. You're a burden. Yes. Consistently always taking from me.
Yes. If I have to get myself in a certain kind of way to have a conversation with you.
Oh my God.
I don't need to do that. If I can't just have a conversation with you like I'm doing right now, I don't need you in my life.
And if every time I get off the phone with you or leave your presence or leave your vicinity, and I'm just like, oh my God. Or if I see your name come across my phone and I feel a little disturbance in my energy or my spirit, something off. I should feel excited that I see your name. And there are people that I get excited about, because I understand that it's a balance. They care about me, and they're showing through action that they care about me. Not just, oh, she's my good friend, or, oh yeah, I know Adrienne, or I know Janika, I know the Muses. Yeah, we hang out all the time. Ooh, look at our pictures on social media. Get the fuck out of my face.
Right, because you just put on a show for everybody who watches it, and I'm here to let everyone who's watching know shit ain't sweet.
It ain't, and it's actually
It's sour, it's bitter, it's rusty, it's toxic.
Especially in Hollywood. I'll be honest. Girl, Hollywood, baby. Let me explain something to you. Out here, LA. Friends come a dime a dozen, baby. You not finna... People see you popping off. People see you coming up, and all of a sudden... You can't go nowhere or do nothing without them popping up or showing up, trying to be friends and try to mask themselves as these people that can fit into your life to try to get them where they want to go. Next thing you know, they get mad because you ain't tagged them in a post. Next thing you know, they get mad because you took pictures and posted the one without them. Because really, it's about the clout. It's about the ego. It's not about me as a person. It's not about you as a person. It's not about that.
It's not.
And people don't realize that, enough time has passed. They definitely consider us their friends, but no, I'm autistic. Enough time has passed for me to clock your patterns, baby. You can do this all you want to, but I can calculate exactly why you're calling me as I see the fucking name come on my phone.
Right. You can talk all you want to, honey. I will sit there, I will smile in your face, but lo and behold,
and I know exactly what it's about.
You have no idea that this will be our last conversation, and I'm just smiling like, oh, they have no idea this is gonna be the last time we talk. Oh, so sad. Like you said, that Hollywood, LA, I mean, everybody is... You got to be careful, man. People out here trying to be opportunists. People out here want to be on the come up, and they want to associate with you because of who they think you're connected to. It's
and
like,
then you get them close to you, and then they start trying to connect with your friends who are in the industry, who trying to sign. So I just don't like funny moving people. I don't be trying to keep people away from people, but it's just like, you start to feel used after a while. You start to feel like, oh, that's why you was around. Yeah. So you could get close to them. Or, oh, that's why you was around. So you can get more exposure. Oh, that's why you was around. So you can, because you knew I sold art to this. Like, it gets so weird here.
It do. So, this is why you all up on me at this event when normally you don't be. All because you see who in the building and you think I'm gonna do an introduction or something like that. Absolutely not.
Oh my God,
stay your ass over there.
That's happened so many times. It's sick. Or people will think we're going to be at an event because they know the person that they really want to talk to is at the event, and they, like you say, try to use us to get a little introduction.
Okay. Hey, are you guys going out there?
No.
Or I would say yes and not show up.
I don't like that. It really bothers me, and I think it's because I'm so nauseous from inauthenticity or clout chasing.
Yeah.
Bruh, there's nothing worse. And it's not even with me. If I'm with a friend and we're at an event and I see your whole energy has changed because someone else walked in the room, that's cool. You can be fanned out. You can be like, oh my God, bitch, look who just walked in the room. Keep it between us, though.
Yeah.
Keep it between us. Don't act crazy. Not only do you act crazy, but you pull your phone out, go all up on them, asking for selfies. Okay, asking for 10 selfies, 10 more. Just like, oh my God, can you introduce us? And they work on this show. I want to be a part. I have lost all respect for you in the last 10 seconds, then growing to get to know you in the last 2 years because you are gross.
It's so bad. And it's like, it's so hard for people to be themselves, and I don't understand it. It's like, stop fronting. We see through the BS. We know this is not you who you are presenting to us.
No.
And I'm going to sit here and smile in your face, but be yourself. Like this facade that you're putting on is not working for you. You're more likable when you're yourself.
And also the mask that you're wearing is less enjoyable to be around than the real person. In fact, be the real person that we actually know who you are. The fake one is boring.
Absolutely. Like
and it feels like you're adapting it from someone else. It feels like you're copying other. Hell, I've heard you say 4 phrases that I told you last week.
Trying to keep them as your own, or they like to gaslight you and say, "Oh wait, I never told you that. Oh wait,
my God,
you never said what to me? Oh, okay, so
and then
we just made it up.
They'll double down. I never said that. What do you mean? Okay, what we're not gonna do is insult my intelligence.
Right.
I'm gonna hang up now, and when you're ready to face your demons, because it ain't me, baby. You're scared of you. When you're ready to face your demons, hopefully I'm still on the same page with you.
Yeah, because you trying to run away from the demons that's actually showing us who you are.
Right.
What you're really after in this life.
Which is why the universe brought us through around you in the first place. Yep. Most likely, the universe brings people around me to show me all the time.
Yeah.
You just don't have the self-awareness to open your eye and see it. So you project and you point your finger at everybody that comes around your life instead of pointing your finger back at you and say, well, let me gain some self-awareness, a little bit of emotional intelligence to see maybe I did say that. What would the reasoning be behind them lying? Like, or why did I reject her invitation to have communication? What is it about me that wasn't ready to speak? Is it because I'm not ready for people to see the real me? Do they scare me because I can't mask around them? And that's one thing about being on the spectrum. You can't mask with us.
Yeah.
We see straight through you. We just tolerate it. We tolerate it for as long as we can. I, however, have spent way too much money in therapy to let you play in my face. And I'm also too goddamn grown to waste my time with you playing in my face.
That part. You can play them games with everybody else, but honey, them games is going to stop over here. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Or play games with other motherfuckers that's desperate to make it. Because I that ain't me, baby. I'm looking for genuine connection. I ain't looking for it. If it comes to me, it comes to me. But if I'm being genuine with myself and working on self-healing, self-reflection, self-awareness, I don't want nothing around me that don't reflect that. Get the fuck away from me, Satan.
Okay, because I'm gonna pay attention to my energy. And if my energy is off every time I leave from you or every time I get in your presence, that we no longer need to be friends.
And if you're not ready to examine the fact that I see that in you and I'm trying to help, because I sure would I would want you to help me if you saw it in me.
Yes, please say something.
I'm open and receptive to it.
Yeah.
When I found out moving out here, baby, niggas don't want to hear the truth.
Absolutely not, because everybody's out here fake it till you make it.
Baby, they don't want to. And let that mask slip a little bit. Let them figure out that people can see through it. The look of it's a glass stare on their face. Every single one of them. They have this look like they freeze. Mm-hmm. It's like a deer in headlights look, like just this subtle shift of energy, like, and then after that they act so weird with me. They act so weird, like standoffish, or like, they try to hide, like, and it's just like, no. The truth of the matter is, I saw you the first second we met.
Right.
I saw the real you the first few minutes into the conversation. I just didn't allow you to know until now, because I was hoping you would start to give your authenticity like you're getting from me. But that's what they wanted, and they wanted that anyway. That's the dream that they get.
They can't hide that, and once you can't hide that, it's over. It's over for you.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, breakups, when you really think about it, breakups is just really anything that you're leaving or that may leave you, that honestly ultimately may not be necessarily serving you anymore. It may be a sign that it isn't. It could be friends that you break up with, partners that you break up with, family members that unfortunately you have to break up with. Blood is not always thicker than water.
It's not.
What else? Sometimes locations, cities, jobs, environments, church.
Yeah.
I left the church. I broke up with that. I broke up with my corporate job 10 years ago. I broke up with the city that
we
was
left
no
that,
longer serving us.
That's true. It's because, you know, when it comes to location and like us deciding to leave Florida to come to LA, it's like you can only exist in a space for so long before you start to question, like, okay, why am I here? Or why do I have this certain feel about myself where it's like, creatively I'm not being fulfilled here, or something about the way this city is moving is not aligned with what it is that I'm set out here to do. And then you start to ask those questions, and then you go to visit a different place just to kind of leave the space that you're in. And before you know it, you be like, oh, this is where I'm thriving. This is the energy that I need to feel around me. And I honestly feel like that's what we felt when we moved from Florida to LA.
I did. I definitely did. Sometimes you do have to move out of the hometown that you grew up in to make a better life for yourself and to just witness new horizons. And that goes for any relationship or anything that may unfortunately leave you or you have to leave behind.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's necessary for your mental health growth and your expansion just as a person, even though it's hard, because I'm learning like right now in my life that not only am I capable of doing hard things and things that may seem unfamiliar, but I'm learning that that's naturally our body's genetic makeup to keep us safe.
Yeah.
And that basically you shouldn't always trust any initial fear that may come when that change comes into your life. So for example, like you were saying, if you need to leave a relationship because it's abusive and you don't know how to sit in your new normal because, like I was saying before, my girlfriend for 2 years no longer could hold me at night. And it became scary and unfamiliar. And sometimes we sacrifice our well-being and growth just for the sake of comfort and what's familiar, even if that thing is toxic and devastating to our lives.
That is so true. That literally was my situation before I met you. Like, only because my new normal was so different from what I was used to. It was like, no, there's no way I could give this up. Absolutely not. I'm not ready to face this and start over again somewhere else. But imagine like if I would have never gotten the courage or the will or the belief in even knowing that I was capable of doing it again and know that I deserved better.
Exactly.
I would have never met you. We never would have been here in LA. We would have never started our career. All these things would have never happened. And it's like, sometimes it's important for you to just make that decision and just trust yourself.
Literally, and take the first step and then the second step and then the third step. And then the one great thing about, again, human design and the human psychology is that we are creatures of habit. And the second you keep putting one step in front of the other, one foot forward continuously in making the best decision for your life, even though it's hard, even though it sucks, even though it's sad, even though you're stuck, even though everything about the energy around your life is dark and heavy, you still got to make the tiniest of steps to keep yourself in a constantly growing, just fast forward projection. And when you do that, your life changes before you even realize it. Now you're not thinking about them all day or that thing all day, or now you're in the new city making new friends or building a routine. Now you're at your new job and it was scary, or maybe you left corporate America and you became an entrepreneur. It's terrifying. But it's always, life is full of risks and you're going to fucking have the risks. Life is full of struggles and uncomfortable, unfamiliar situations. And we love our comforts. We love what feels good and feels familiar. And unfortunately, that ain't life.
It's your lane. Like you said, you're going to struggle however you look at it.
However you look at it. Pick your struggle.
Pick it.
Pick
That's
your struggle.
all you gotta
do. And even with this, I got broken up with and I was single. And now you may be in a relationship that may require work in order for it to keep being a good relationship, whether that's a friendship or a family relationship or a partner relationship. You got to always do what's best for you. If your instinct is to not break up because it serves you and you got to work, then that's still,
that it is what it is. Like,
might be uncomfortable, but you got to do it.
Yeah. Sometimes like if you're in a long-term relationship, it's not successful because of no work hasn't been done or put into it. You still, like you say, you grow over time. No one ever stays the same. So all those things matter.
Agreed.
All right. So moving on to Auntie Advice. I'm going to ask this one question that someone reached out and wanted to know, since we're talking about cheating and breakups and relationships. Okay. So this person said, "Hey, aunties, I've been with my girl for about 2 years now, and we hit a rough patch where she cheated on me. And even though I took her back, I can't seem to forget what she did. Am I wrong for still holding it over her head?
No. She fucked up. Ain't nothing you doing wrong. No.
That's what I said.
No, it's nothing you doing wrong. I don't give a damn if it took you 5 years to figure out if you still want to be with that cheating ass motherfucker or not.
It's
and
true.
she gonna sit there or he gonna sit there and shut the hell up about it. Hey, sometimes it take time to grieve. Sometimes it take time to process. You're not gonna rush my process, goddamn it. Shut the hell up.
That's what I'm saying. Because even when I was in my situation and they cheated, it was like, even though I took them back, the relationship was never the same. And it wasn't like I was trying to hold it over their head, but how could I forget? I just could not forget. And then it's a situation where it's like, it happened again. So it's like, of course, how do you not have those thoughts? Like, oh my gosh, what if this happens again? I'm always going to think about that now. Yeah. Even if I do forgive you, it's still going to be in the back of my mind. I mean, yeah, you can, build trust with me, but
it's going to take time. I know for me. Ooh.
Well, you say you don't take them back after they cheat, so
I'm trying to think, did I ever take back somebody after they cheat? I never really caught anyone cheating though. They always came to me after I sensed it. I never really got cheated on during the relationship to my knowledge of knowing that they were cheating on me. I had a inkling. I had an intuitive inkling that they were cheating on me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until after we would break up and separate that they would come back and say, you were right. I did have an affair, or I was cheating on you during this time, and da 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 da. So no, I wouldn't know what it was like to take somebody back that was cheating, because I know personally I could never fix my mind to not think of it.
That makes sense. Because I mean, even though, like I said, I took them back, but it was never the same, and then I ended up cheating to feel better, and then it just became a horrible relationship that just eventually ran its path. So
if anybody who I had an inkling was cheating on me, I just went ahead and cheated. I clearly I was right.
Clearly you was, because they came back at the end. So to answer your question, no, you are not wrong. So like she said, process it in your own time and go from there.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
And if you have any further questions, please send them to Thee Muses family on Instagram DM. And I think that's right.
Yep, that's it for this episode. Thank y'all so much for watching, for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stream this episode, download it. We appreciate all the love, all the support. And don't forget, we are having our Black Friday sale, 20% off the entire website. So get your merch, get your artwork, whatever it is that you want. And until the next time, the Muses are out.